Well, good morning, everyone. What an honor it is to be here and to welcome you all here. My name is Greg Schmidt, for those who don't know me. I'm the Deputy Director of Survey and the co-chair of this workshop. And before I go through with my announcements, it's really a pleasure to introduce our new Deputy Center Director, Carroll, who's going to give the welcome to Ames Research Center.
All right, thank you, and welcome to NASA Ames Research Center. On behalf of the Center Director, Eugene Tu, I'd like to welcome you here for this wonderful workshop. Eugene couldn't be here because he's on his way to headquarters. So he's going to a meeting at headquarters tomorrow. And so it's my pleasure to be here, and I'll be joining you most of the next 2.5 days. I'd like to give a special welcome to some guests. First, I'd like to welcome Jim Green, the Director of Planetary Science Division at NASA headquarters. I'd like to welcome Sarah Noble, the lead lunar scientist, and Ben Bussey, the Chief Scientist from HEO. And then I'd really like to give a special thank you to the organizers, to Greg Schmidt and to Clive Neal for co-organizing this, and the SOC for putting together what looks like a fabulous 2.5 days of science talks. Here at Ames, we're very excited about lunar science. We have a rich history with lunar missions and lunar science, with our LADEE mission and LCROSS and the Resource Prospector mission that we have currently under development. And so our lunar scientists are very excited not only about this workshop, but about the new space policy with a renewed focus on the moon. And also, I would like to give a special welcome to Jack Schmidt, who I'm very excited is here for this event. You'll be hearing from him later, and he'll have a more formal introduction. But as I was reading up about him, there were some things I learned about him that I didn't know before. And it says he's the only professional scientist to ever visited the moon. So for those of you here today, that's a pretty amazing feat. The only geologist that was in the astronaut corps. And then the Apollo 17 mission that he was on set several records that are still important to us today. So it's the longest manned lunar landing flight, the longest lunar surface EVA at 22 hours and 4 minutes, the largest lunar sample return at 115 kilograms, and the longest time in lunar orbit at 147 hours and 48 minutes. So pretty astounding feats there, and I just thought that was exciting to think back on as we are here for the next 2.5 days to look forward to what we're going to do on the moon next. And so with that, I'll turn it back to Greg, and welcome to Ames.
Thanks so much, Carol. Thanks everyone for coming. We broke all estimates for registration for this. We're close to 200. This doesn't include all of you who are joining us online. We want to welcome all of you. I have a few announcements that I have to make, including the standard safety briefing, so please bear with me as I do this. So in case of an emergency, please exit out this direction to my right, to your left, and continue to go across the street to the park, Chase Park, and await further instructions. Restrooms are just behind you and in that direction to my left, and there's other restrooms further along the hallway. In case of an emergency, please call 911. And there is a defib in the defibrillator in the building, so please let us know if that's needed. I don't think that will be a problem. And then finally, please do sign in so that we have a head count of everyone in case of an emergency. So proceeding ahead, Survey, my organization, is very proud to host this meeting and very proud to have been asked by Jim Green to help develop this workshop. We're also very proud to partner with our sister organization, the Lunar Exploration Analysis Group, LEAGUE, and Clive Neal in particular, who is my co-chair for this meeting to make this happen.
The big sister.
The big sister, I suppose, yes. We put this meeting together in a relatively short amount of time, and I also want to thank our dedicated science organizing committee for all their help in putting it together. And you'll see their names on the website. I'll mention them a little bit later, probably on Friday. In terms of your presentations, please give them to Maria Elias. She is at the registration desk. Most of you have probably seen her already, and she is going to upload them for you. We're webcasting this workshop. You may have seen my post to Lunar L last night. It's very simple. Just go to the workshop website that you all know and click on the green button, and that will take you to the online presentation. We archive all of our talks at Survey, and one of the things we did in a study just recently, we found that actually for certain courses and topics that we've talked about, up to 10 times the number of views come after the meeting is held. I think in part because we really attempt to make it easy. So if you have to leave for a while, don't worry. You'll be able to see all of the talks later. They're archived. There are a number of program changes, so make sure you pick up the errata sheet. We've had, even yesterday, 2 or 3 cancellations due to the flu. We were considering having a Tamiflu concession here, but weren't able to do that. There's going to be 2 poster sessions this evening and tomorrow evening. We're planning to have a set of lightning round talks tomorrow for the poster presenters. These talks are going to be limited to 2 minutes, no view graphs. But it's a really great way to draw attention to your poster. We've been doing this for quite a number of years at our annual Exploration Science Forum. So please do sign up for this. There's a limited number of spots. Not everyone who has a poster will be able to do this. And so please sign up at the registration desk. I'd like to now introduce 4 people who are going to be really important to the whole process, not only during the workshop, but afterwards in terms of writing the report in the coming weeks. And they are all members of the next generation of lunar scientists and engineers. They're all incredibly bright. They had some impact on the program. And we're proud to have them here. So if I could ask you all to stand up, please. So Ryan Watkins, who's the head of the Next Generation Lunar Scientists and Engineers, Sarah Valencia, Erica Jawin, and Jim Carroll. So welcome to all 4 of you. We're really happy to have you here. I know Jim's going to be talking about this in a few minutes, but one really great feature of this workshop is blending commercial opportunities with the nascent lunar commerce industry with science and technology. And so we're quite fortunate to have a number of different commercial providers here, actually 7 of them. I don't know any other time when I've seen this many companies come together. You're going to be hearing from them later this morning. Because of the cancellations, Clive's going to be talking about this in a few minutes. We actually have some additional speaking spots, and so we're going to be working with you to make sure that you are able to sell your wares, if you will, to this audience. We want to use your services, bottom line. And I strongly encourage you to visit the displays that some of them are going to be bringing here. Those are going to be in the poster area, which is in that part of the building. You'll see it on your map. One important note, we've given you as much time for lunch as we could squeeze in. However, getting out to the various local lunch places is going to be difficult with the amount of time that we have. We encourage you to take advantage of the lunch service that we've arranged. And so Yvonne Ibera at the registration desk can actually, I just found out, can collect your money through the break for lunch, or you can go online to the workshop website and then go to an Eventbrite website to pay for it there. coffee, and I was telling Jim earlier that I spent probably more time on coffee than anything else for this workshop. Is $5 a day for both today and tomorrow, and $2.50 for Friday. And so we'd like, if you can, to pay for it all today. And it's easy to do that on your smartphones, or you can pay Yvonne Ibarra at the front, as I mentioned. The Ames Exchange is providing a no-host bar at the poster sessions to help liven up the conversation. So we hope you enjoy that. And let's see, I would like right now, Brian Day, if you could come up, maybe you wanted to come up and say a few words about Moontrek. We're very happy to have the Moontrek team here, and it's a wonderful tool for this workshop. So Brian, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Once again, we're going to have some of the members of our development team from JPL in the room right across the hall these next few days. They'll be setting up starting today at lunch, and will be available during breaks and poster sessions for you to examine Moontrek, to see its capabilities. We're adding new capabilities, and also to use it as a tool to further your discussions. So as some of the interesting sites come up and you want to examine them in greater detail, I invite you to come across and pull them up on the big screen and really scrutinize the heck out of them. Thank you very much.
So finally, Ricky, if you could pull up the slide, please. Not that one, the one that I sent last night. Okay, well, it's all right. It'll go without this slide anyway. I want to dedicate this meeting to our community's friends and inspiration, John Young, pardon me, who passed away this last weekend, as all of you know. I had the chance to see him at the landing of STS-1. I was still in college at that time. He and Bob Crippen were up there a few feet away, and he was just, I think he was a hero to many of us, and a stalwart in terms of his unwavering desire that we need to go back to the moon. Well, guess what? We're going back to the moon, right? We're going back to the moon, and I think that he would be really happy to see us at this workshop taking these really important steps. So thank you very much. Thank you, John, for all you did for us. And now I'd like to introduce